No! No! No!
Alright, so this is probably going to be the dumbest thing that I've ever talked about on this YouTube channel, and that's saying a lot, because this whole entire drama literally doesn't need to exist whatsoever, but it's hilarious, so that's why I'm going to talk about it. Like, this whole situation sounds like the butt end of a really bad joke, where it starts off with what happens when the world's richest man gets involved with the biggest anti-woke grifter on Twitter, who also gets involved with a video game franchise, who also gets involved with the biggest left-leaning crazy person on the entire internet. Yeah, that's literally where we're going right now. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, recently Assassin's Creed Shadows released. Now, I actually haven't personally played it yet, but, you know, you don't have to play it to know the controversy surrounding it, right? It's been going controversy after controversy. You know, it got delayed, it got leaked, there's the Yusuke issues, and they finally launched it. And a lot of anti-woke grifters and just anti-woke people in general have been kind of shitting on it without actually giving it a try, which is kind of the usual thing nowadays. And one of those guys being Grumps. Now, we are going to dive more into Grumps because he got absolutely destroyed. He got ratioed completely on his own Twitter thread, which is absolutely insane. But he did start it off by saying, you can tell a lot about Ubisoft with how much money they're throwing at terrorist platforming streamers. And in the screenshot there, you have Hassan Piker tweeting out saying, playing Assassin's Creed Shadow once more. Get in now for gaming. #ad, buy it here. That's where kind of the whole catalyst started. So in the thread, you have Elon Musk saying, sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he is promoting a terrible game just for the money, with a, you know, nice 31,000 likes. Like, that's pretty insane. But then you got the Assassin's Creed promotional people, you know, whoever's behind this, you know, catching a body here, you know, doing some assassinations where they say, is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Yeah, just kind of throwing heater here. This is what I love when, like, big companies or big people on the internet go after each other, because it's like you can literally pull anything. Now, if you guys don't know what they're referencing, essentially Elon Musk did this like whole weird lie where he's explaining how he's like the top player of Path of Exile 2 for literally no reason. Like, I don't think really anyone cared, and some YouTuber did a video kind of exposing him because I guess he decided to do a live stream where he played, and you can tell the dude knew nothing about the video game. And I remember Asmongold covered it, and then Elon Musk like threw a huge hissy fit and took away his like gaming tag on his Twitter account and all that stuff, and was calling him a non-gamer and shit like that. For a guy who's all about freedom of speech, it seems like he's against it when it comes to calling him out or trying to speak the truth. So he eventually gave Asmongold his thing back and then admitted, yeah, it is a, you know, bot account, right? Someone else plays it that he pays them to do, which is just such a weird thing to lie about. And, you know, Assassin's Creed is actually right here, right? And of course, you know, naturally they got almost 600,000 likes on this response, which is crazy. But they weren't done yet, right? You think they're done there? They actually responded to the main thread of Grumps and said, our game is out. Now, if you again don't get this reference, Grumps' real name being Mark Kern, he's actually a game developer who I believe worked at Blizzard and also started his own studio called Red 5 Studios that's only released one game, which is Firefall, and based on the reviews, it obviously didn't release that great. But the reason why they said that is because he actually announced that he was going to be making a game called like Amber or something like that, like over 8 years ago. It was like crowdfunded and everything, and it seems like the game still to this day is not out yet. So Grumps is too busy bitching about other game studios and trying to work up the anti-woke crowd than just working on his own damn game, right? I think that's absolutely hilarious how all these guys on the internet, like just everyone involved in this, are all a bunch of hypocrites and idiots and being like, well, actually, yeah, Assassin's Creed is woke, fuck Assassin's Creed. They can literally just respond like they did and said, well, why don't you work on your own game? Why are you bitching? At least we're publishing games, unlike you, right? Which is, you know, a fair criticism enough to get absolutely ratioed. Like, you gotta be kind of shit at life or just everything in general or just internet when you have a company like Ubisoft ratioing you, right? Ubisoft is like the most hated company, you know? That says a lot about you as a person if you're getting ratioed by Ubisoft, especially since, you know, they are kind of speaking facts. You know, they caught two bodies today, one being the richest man in the world and the other one being the biggest anti-woke grifter I've ever seen, who's too busy tweeting every single day and bitching about things in the gaming industry, like how women's boobs aren't represented enough, instead of, like, you know, working on his own game that's being crowdfunded and people have been asking for it. You know, his own fans helped fund this game, yet he still hasn't published it yet. You know, I gotta say, Assassin's Creed, you know, Ubisoft took a W here. You know, but the whole drama is stupid. It's like watching a bunch of people I don't really like fight, which is kind of funny. Like, isn't that the whole point of internet drama, is just sitting back and watching people you don't like go at it? So yeah, that's all I really want to talk about. Not much to say about it. I just thought I'd make a video because how goofy this is and how absolutely destroyed Elon Musk got. I mean, I'm always going to talk about shit like that. But anyways, yeah, if you guys like this YouTube video, leave a like, subscribe. Also, if you guys want to join the Discord, the link will be in the description down below. And down there, you'll find my Twitch and my Twitter if you want to give your boy a follow. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next YouTube video.